A quiet, still night at the great estate of Collinwood. A whisper of wind barely stirs the branches of the trees. But that whisper seems to carry a message to one woman. A message that her death draws nearer and nearer.
Mrs. Stoddard? Mrs. Stoddard? I thought you might like to go for a drive.
What?
It's such a beautiful evening, I thought. Is something wrong?
Vicky, come here, please. Close the door first.
What is it?
I want to show it to you. We've always understood each other, you and I. I've been grateful for that. I'm sure you felt it, too.
Yes, I have.
I want you to see it. No one else has.
See what?
It came today. I'm not sure whether it's all right or not. I keep seeing changes that should be made, but I'm afraid there isn't time. You will be my witness. You will say that I insisted on it being finished. And if something happens to me before, you will see that they hurry it.
I don't understand what you're talking about.
My mausoleum. I want you to promise me that if I die before it's built, you won't let them bury me under the ground. Promise me that, Vicky. Please.
Mrs. Stoddard. I'm not going to promise you that because you're not going to die.
I thought you'd understand.
I do. Believe me, I
No,
do.
you don't.
Mrs. Stoddard, I understand that you can't help what you're thinking. But I also know that physically you're fine. Dr. Huffman told me so, and all the reports from Wincliffe.
Don't mention that place.
Let me finish. The reports from Wincliffe say that you are in excellent health.
They don't know.
They do.
Now you won't let me finish. They don't know. They refuse to admit how powerful the mind can be, how it can defeat the body.
If you know that, then you know what you must do. You've got to find some way of stopping yourself from thinking of these things.
You think it's easy, don't you? You're young. And you think by telling yourself to stop, you can. Well, it's not that simple.
I don't think that. But there are doctors.
I saw those doctors at Wincliffe.
Well, there are other doctors.
Not for me.
Mrs. Stoddard, if this were happening to anyone else, I know that you'd be the first person to tell them they have to get help.
Perhaps I know that I can't be helped.
You say that we understand each other. I don't see how you can say that. Mrs. Stoddard, you and your family have been kinder to me than anyone else in the world. In fact, I don't know what I might have been like if I hadn't met you. When I was in the orphanage, I used to think that I'd never know what it was like to be part of a family, that I'd always be lonely. And I couldn't stop myself from thinking that there was nothing I could do. Just the way that you think there's nothing you can do. But you all showed me that I was wrong. And let all of us, show you that you're wrong, too. We'll do everything we can, if you'll just try and help yourself.
Don't you think I have tried?
I know you have.
I don't like being like this. But I know I must be. I will build it by the sea, on the cliffs. And when the bell rings, you can hear it. Someone must always be here. You must promise me that, in case the bell does ring. Because if it does, it will mean that I'm alive.
Elizabeth! What are you talking about? I know, of course. You promised me you wouldn't mention that again. I know Vicky isn't encouraging you to speak of it.
Roger, it's all right.
It is not. Elizabeth knows she must make every effort to think of other things.
I have, Roger.
You haven't tried hard enough. What have you got behind your back? You're hiding something, Elizabeth.
Well, you'll see it soon, standing on the cliffs. It's a model of my mausoleum.
You have actually had an architect draw up plans and make this?
Well, why shouldn't I?
And did you tell him about your terrible fear of being buried alive?
I gave him certain reasons for why I wanted details.
You know, of course, what he thought while he was making this.
No, and I don't want to hear it from
Well,
you.
you will hear it. He knew that he was humoring an insane woman.
Roger,
How they must all be laughing in the village.
I don't think anyone is laughing.
I do.
It's too bad you're so concerned with what other people think. If you didn't, you might have a better life.
We're not talking about me, we're talking about that.
Well, you better get used to that, because it's going to be built.
I will not let it be.
Yes, you will, because I'm paying for it.
No such thing is going to be built while I'm...
No! No!
Mrs. Stoddard,
Vicky! Let her go.
you shouldn't have done that.
I know. I know.
Roger, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said that.
I don't know
She's
what
in such a state.
I don't know what to do. I've tried everything. I've listened to her. I've reasoned with her. I've had her almost on the point of admitting the absurdity of it. I spent hours with her when she seemed her old self again. And just as I thought that everything was going to be as it was, she starts that. And I know that things will never be the same again. I find myself almost on the point of believing it. I don't know what to do.
Elizabeth. 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 Who is it? You surely recognize your own voice. No. You can't hide from me. You can hear me. No, I won't listen. You must. You must. You must get ready. It's nearly time for you to go to your grave. No. Get ready. Get ready. No. Get ready. No, no.
It seems to me that everything began to change here when I married Cassandra. Though maybe I blame her because we've never been very lucky in love, you and I, have we? Though at least you didn't marry young Clark.
No, I didn't.
I'll get it. What do you want?
I have to see Vicky.
Is she expecting you?
I have to see her, please.
Just a moment. It's Jeff Clark. He wants to see you. Shall I say that you don't want to see him?
No. I'll see him.
Elizabeth,
No.
they will find you here, in this room. They will think you dead. You will never leave this room.
I will. I will.
Tonight, they will find you here. Tonight, you will seem to be dead, here in this room.
No.
Vicky?
Hello, Jeff.
It's really good to see you. I seem to have an engagement ring that doesn't belong to me. It's yours. It'll always belong to you. Vicky,
Don't touch me.
you have every right to be angry at me.
Well, I'm glad you admit that.
But forgiving is a part of love.
And knowing the man you love is also a part of love.
So it's back to that. Am I Peter Bradford?
No, I want to know about Jeff Clark. I thought I did.
Vicky, you do.
No. I think I made up the man I loved. Because the man in my mind would not have done the kind of things that you did.
Look, I know I should have taken Roger's job offer. But I couldn't.
I couldn't. That's always the only explanation you have. It's not enough.
Vicky, there's some things that I can't explain. I told you that.
Exactly. And if you loved me, you could. You could tell me, I don't like that job. I don't want to work in a cannery. I hate Roger Collins. I might not have approved, but at least there would have been something for me to try and understand.
Look, would you believe me if I told you that every single thing that I did because of you?
You hurt me for my own sake. Well, I don't really understand that. Would you like to try and explain it to me?
Oh, I can. I will. Not now. A little later.
Oh, well, then I'm just going to have to wait until you do.
Vicky, we love each other.
People can love each other and still know that a life together would not be right. Sorry, Jeff.
Elizabeth. Liz. I want to talk to you, Elizabeth. Liz?
Well, I tried, didn't I?
Yes, you tried.
Guess I said everything I planned to say, didn't I?
Perhaps that's what was wrong. Perhaps I didn't want to hear everything you'd planned to say. Perhaps that would have made me want to be a part of your life again.
Vicky, she's gone. Liz is gone.
This is where they will bury you. Here with your ancestors. But you will not be dead. You will lie under this ground, unable to breathe. This is where you will lie. Your mausoleum will not be finished in time.
I'll help you look for Miss Stoddard. Two of us will be better than one.
I'll go too.
No, Vicky, you stay here. You and Mrs. Johnson search the house.
All right.
Come on, let's get started.
That day, so long ago, when Vicky found this and knew you really lived, Peter. I wonder if someday someone will look down at my tombstone, thinking me at peace, not knowing I died, struggling to breathe. Oh! Oh! Oh!
Liz! Liz! Shh. What was that?
I don't know.
Liz!
Tell me, why would Mrs. Stoddard come to the woods alone?
Clark, I have to explain something to you. My sister has not been herself lately. She's a very troubled person.
I'm sorry.
I think we should split up. We can cover more ground that way. I'll head down the road. She may have gone to Widder's Hill. Liz?
No. I'm all right. I'm all right.
No, no. It's starting. Soon you will be lying on his grave. And whoever finds you will think you dead.
No!
Mrs. Stoddard.
Peter Bradford! Oh,
No.
don't come near me.
No, Mrs. Stoddard.
Don't come near me. You're dead. You're dead.
No, I'm Jeff Clark.
Oh, I know who you are. Vicky told me. And you're dead. You're dead.
No, let me help
Don't
you.
come near me. Don't touch me. Oh!
What happened?
I don't know.
Where did you find her?
In the graveyard.
Mrs. Stoddard?
She-
Hands are so cold.
She fainted.
She has no pulse. And she has no heartbeat. She's dead. Jeff, she's dead.